Missing the party. Come on.
Greetings, tribe, and welcome to Snackin with Ortega. I'm your host of extraordinary magnitude, Ortega LaTrobe, and today we're doing Sloppy Joe mac and cheese. Folks, if you like what we're doing here, the best way to show your support, help our channel grow, is to like, share, drop a comment, and of course, subscribe. That's right, Sloppy Joe mac and cheese. I was sitting around really fucking high today and thought, wow, that sounds like a grand idea. So here we are, and here's what we're using. Good old 80-20 deluxe mac and cheese and sandwich sloppy joe sauce. That's right, this is some trailer trash, bachelor pad, single dad, fat boy shit. Sure, I can make a batch of sloppy joes from scratch. I can make homemade mac and cheese. And if I felt like putting forth the effort, I could go out, kill a cow, butcher it, grind my own burger too, couldn't I? The thing is, sometimes it should be quick and easy and a little greasy. So let's get started. Skillet over medium heat. And we're just gonna add in our beef and brown it. Gonna hit that beef with a little salt, a little ground black pepper, and of course, a little Goya adobo. Now, we're just gonna lit it up and let it ride over that medium heat for a few minutes, then we'll be back to check on it. We're back. We're just gonna break up our burger because it's all browned down. I like to just throw it in, spread it out around the pan, put it over a medium heat, just let it do its thing. It makes like a giant burger patty. But then I just come in, whack at it with the spatula a little bit, break it up. You know how I am, I like that fine grind and no big chunks. Uniform ground beef. Nice consistency in every bite. And now we're gonna add in our manwich sauce. I'm only using half the can because I'm only using 1 pound of burger. The can is set to be used with 2 pounds of burger. And I didn't want to make that much because that would have been way more. Then I have mac and cheese. Matter of fact, for my proper ratioizing, this may even be more sloppy joe than I need for that much mac and cheese, but we'll see when we get there. And remember, when it's your time to do this, your ratios of sloppy joe to mac and cheese may be different than mine. And as again, it's your food, your mouth, do it the way you like. Anyway, we're gonna add this sauce in here. We're gonna let this start cooking down, and we're gonna start our mac and cheese. Stir this in. We're gonna just kind of half lid that up so it cooks down while we're working on that old mac and cheese. Water's boiling, let's add in our pasta. Let's give that a quick stir so it doesn't stick together. Let it back up and let it cook till it's al dente. Our sauce is finished, so we're just gonna leave that half covered so it cools down and is ready to add the mac and cheese when it's good to go. All right, our pasta is ready, so let's go ahead and get that drained. Pan back, heat off. I use this roll it down the spoon handle method to try and get as much of the sauce out of the foil bag as I can, because you don't want to waste any of your cheese paste, goo, gimmick stuff. All right, stir in that cheese sauce. Cheese is stirred in. Gonna hit it with some black pepper, some dash of salt, a little Goya adobo, a couple shakes of crushed red pepper. Now you can add whatever you want to this. You can throw some jalapenos in there, some red peppers, some chunky onions, some tomatoes or something if you wanted to. I'm just gonna kind of go straight and basic because that's what this whole recipe is about. The mac is good and ready. Let's add that sloppy joe mix to it. We're just gonna add this in a little bit at a time because we wanna make sure we got the proper ratios. And if worst comes to worst, we have a little sloppy joe mix left over to make some sloppy joes for lunch tomorrow. Ain't that planning ahead? Want to take a look? Yeah, you do. Do we want to get a good bite? Yeah, we do. Let's get a good bite. Some of the sloppy Joe meats, some of the mac and cheese shells. Yeah, it's circling, yeah, and it's time for the good bite. Yeah, that's all right. Got that sweet tangy tomato from the sloppy Joe. You know, obviously the ground beef, the creamy cheesy from the mac and cheese. This is awesome. You know, there's chili mac, of course, and that's kind of a similar thing, but you can't make a sandwich with chili, and you can with sloppy Joe. I mean, you could with a certain thick chili. I don't think it would be a good idea to probably fall out and be really sloppy, which sloppy Joe is sloppy. And anyway, so this stuff, man, you can just put this in a bowl, serve it up with some crusty bread, maybe a nice salad on the side. I'd throw a vegetable in there, maybe some green beans or something like that, just, you know, to break it up. You could put this on a bun if you wanted and have it be a sloppy mac slider, sloppy mac Sammy, whatever you want to do like that as well. And I've said it already, but I'll say it again. It's your food, your mouth, man. Do it the way you want to. Once you get this concoction whipped up, you get it into your food hole the way you see fit. Thanks for stopping by the Hacienda here this evening. This has been Sloppy Joe Mac and Cheese. I've been Ortega LaTrobe, and you've been Snackin with Ortega.
What's up with this fool? What is he, sandwich crazy?